संसारा काराको आँखामा कारै संसारा फुलको आँखामा फुलै संसारा काराको आँखामा कारै संसारा फुलको आँखामा फुलै संसारा काराको आँखामा कारै संसारा काराको आँखामा कारै संसारा
Hello, thank you all for joining us today, and a special thanks to everyone who has made this possible. It's amazing to see our work with Girl Rising continuing through the years. In a moment, we will watch a trailer from the Girl Rising film. This film sparks Sydney's passion to help girls around the world. The 5th anniversary of this film was actually dedicated to Sydney thanks to so many of you and your generous donations.
One of the bravest girls in the world.
Malala Yousafzai became renowned for demanding girls be given the right to education.
Shot in the head on her school bus.
She was a student who wanted to learn, but now she's fighting to live.
Come on, skinny love, just last the year. Poor little soul, we were never here.
I was 11 years old when my father arranged for me to be married.
Staring at the sink of
تروح المدرسة؟
لا.
I had heard about the thousands of girls sold to men in those places. I can't really talk about everything that happened to me here, but I will never forget. We have come to this house, the house of her master, to say, you must set her free.
Regrets collect like old friends, here to relive your darkest moments. I can see no way, I can see no way. And all of the ghouls come out to play.
There is no miracle here, just a girl with dreams.
I will read, I will study, I will learn. If you try to stop me, I will just try harder. If you stop me, there will be other girls who rise up and take my place. I am change.
I am my own master now. I feel as though I have power.
Now there's nothing to stop me.
I feel I can do anything.
Hello, everyone. I am so happy to see so many familiar faces this year. I am amazed and humbled. Dana, Lucas, myself, and Girl Rising were so touched by the outpouring of support last year. And a big thank you to all who have contributed already this year. I would like to start off by sharing a montage that I created this past March 25th. It may bring you a smile or a tear or both.
Climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills. Well, the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean?
For those of you that didn't know, Sydney had learning differences, specifically auditory processing. Yet educating girls all over the world became something that she wanted to fight for, so that all girls would have the same opportunity to learn that she had. Girl Rising empowered Sydney to make a change in the world. She started a Girl Rising club in her school. She decided to teach young children to ski in the winter. Looking forward to the summer of 2017, she had enrolled in a program that worked with girls on a reservation in Montana and a program in Peru that was helping to build a school. Such potential to have impact on others. However, the unimaginable happened. Sydney's potential impact was so quickly and unexpectedly taken from us. We are here today to ensure that Sydney's potential is realized. The Girl Rising Sydney Tedone Memorial Fund in 2021 will allocate your contributions to on-the-ground organizations in Guatemala, Kenya, and India. It will directly keep girls engaged in their education and address urgent needs. At a time when COVID-19 school disruptions have created unprecedented risks. Each and every one of you can make that happen. Each and every one of you can keep Sydney's bright light shining. Each and every one of you can have a direct impact on girls' lives. Truly, in our day-to-day lives, there are few opportunities given to us to have that impact. Please go to Girl Rising Sydney Tedone Memorial Fund and make a difference. You will hear from Christina Lowry, the Chief Executive Officer of Girl Rising. Girl Rising was the spark that set Sydney into action to make a difference. Girl Rising, under Christina's leadership, has created social change, helped millions of girls to have access to education, and has advocated for girls' equality around the world. Now, Christina Lowry, Chief Executive Officer, Girl Rising.
Thank you so much, Mike. Thank you for your beautiful and moving tribute to Sydney, a true Girl Rising. We are humbled and honored to continue her legacy. And thank you to all of you for joining us today. All of us at Girl Rising are so deeply honored to be a part of Sydney's continuing legacy and continuing impact. In those photos we just saw, Sydney, her warmth, her spark, her vivacity, all came through so very vividly. She worked with such courage and determination for her own education, and in a way that those of us without learning differences can never really understand. But with Mike, Dana, and Lucas beside her, and with her natural empathy and curiosity guiding her, she studied, she experienced, she learned, she stretched herself. She developed a sophisticated worldview and an understanding of human rights, and in particular of girls' rights to a quality education. And she felt a deep and powerful connection to the Girl Rising film. Through that connection, she found a new power in her own voice. And we see that all over the world, like so many other girls and young women around the world who courageously fight for their education. She used her voice to help others. Sydney was taken from us far too soon, but her voice continues to impact thousands of girls and young women around the world. In 2020, as Mike just said, this was a year of global crisis for girls' education and their well-being. Sydney's voice inspired over 100 people to give to the Sydney Tedone Memorial Fund. And these funds were dispersed to our partners in Kenya and Guatemala, making a direct difference in the lives of girls in the communities where we work. It provided emergency needs, supplies, and learning materials to help keep those girls close to their education and help facilitate their return to school in the aftermath of lockdowns. These funds helped meet the needs of more than 8,000 girls. So thank you. And I'd like to share just a note from one of them from Guatemala. Queridos amigos de Girl Rising, reciban un cordial saludo esperando que se encuentran muy bien de salud. I'll read the English now. I won't read the whole thing in Spanish. My name is Emily Jimena Merida Perez, and I'm 10 years old. I would like to share some things about myself. I live with my mom and sister, and together we have tried to get by since COVID-19 is affecting all of us very much. Thank God we are in good health. I'm a 4th grade student at the Colegio Miguel Ángel Asturias, and my classes are going well, although it's tiring to have virtual classes. I also feel sad that I can't share with my classmates and my dear teacher. I feel very grateful for the support we received from you. The groceries we got were helpful since my mom is a single mother and she's making the effort to carry us forward. I also thank my dear principal and his beautiful family because they are good people and they give us their support. I send you a big hug, even at a distance. Emily Jimena Merida Perez. As I'm sure everyone on this call is aware, the crisis in girls' education continues. It's not over. An estimated 20 million girls who were in school pre-pandemic, sitting behind a desk, are at risk of never returning to the classroom, which means it's not just their education at stake, it's their safety, their well-being, and their futures. That is why we are continuing to work tirelessly in collaboration with our local partners to respond to the needs of girls and the organizations that support them. These local on-the-ground organizations know their communities best and are leading innovative solutions to local challenges. The Sidney Tedone Memorial Fund will again go as direct support to our local partners. This year to 7 innovative, impactful, extraordinary organizations in Kenya, Guatemala, and India. Organizations like the Milan Foundation, who has an innovative peer-to-peer leadership model. Big Picture Learning Kenya, which provides education, mentoring, and skill building to young people in Kibera, an area of extreme poverty outside of Nairobi. And at the helm of each of these organizations are extraordinary leaders who understand the vast ripple effects that occur when young women are given the chance to learn and to lead. I'd like to introduce you now to some of the young people whose lives are impacted by these organizations and by Sidney.
Imagina un futuro en que las ideas, talentos, tradiciones y liderazgo de personas jóvenes como yo le den forma al país y a otros territorios. Un futuro en que los hombres y mujeres indígenas pueden ser visibles, valoradas y participar de lleno en la sociedad.
So I used to, through these art forms, I started expressing myself. And then gradually in grade 7th, I was introduced to slam poetry. And then I realized that there's something that, was always within me, but I couldn't express myself or explore myself. And I believe through spoken word poetry, I was really able to do that. And when I started writing spoken word poetry, I realized that it has been a means of to express my voice, find myself, and believe in myself. And hence, I think on the journey of, as I was on the journey of self-exploration, I could really, realize the self-importance and really believe in myself. And that's how I think I started using my voice for others, that I realized that there's something that I always felt like expressing, maybe the things that I never shared with everyone. And so I felt there are many others who are yet not able to do and who hasn't really find their voice. And maybe I can be their voice, or maybe an instrument through which they can express. And that's how I find my voice.
My name is Muteo Balin Lukalishi. I study at High Link Education Center. I'm in grade 11, and I'm also part of Big Picture Learning Kenya as a student, but I'm also passionate about law, and I wish that maybe if I finish high school studies, then I'll go and pursue law as a career. So I study at a community school, and in our country, like let me say in our country, Kenya, people who study from community school usually come from marginalized communities. These are places where we have slums, and there are those stereotypes which are formed because of these schools and because of these people who come from these informal settlements. Like for example, you can just hear people saying like you can't make it if you come from these communities, which is not actually true. So I just want to change like the idea that the people have to just be like, you know what, you can make it from where you are. You don't have to come from a big place. You don't have to come, from that exact rich place, but you can just make it from where you are. Yes.
के बारे में बताना चाहोगी जब तुमने भी बाल विवाह रुकवाया अपने गांव में, और काफी लॉकडाउन के चलते भी रुकवाए थे 2 से 3 बाल विवाह, तो कुछ वो एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करना चाहोगी कि वो तुम्हें कैसे मोटिवेटेड फील किया उसने?
जी मैम, अमीना की स्टोरी भी कुछ ऐसे ही थी, और ऐसे ही क्या थी, मैंने एक तरह से उसी मूवी से सीखा था इस चीज को। तो अमीना को भी देखा जाए कि उस तक देखते क्या होता है, बट अमीना की जब शादी हो गई, उसका बच्चा हुआ, वो जब बच्चा हुआ वो बच्चे के लिए खुश नहीं थी, वो खुश थी कि मैं जिंदा हूँ अभी। तो मैंने जब देखा अपने गांव में ही कि बाल विवाह और एजुकेशन को भी लेकर के कुछ लोगों में भ्रम रहता है कि नहीं पढ़ाना, तो मैंने जब इसको देखा तो मैंने भी यही सोचा कि अगर मैं आज स्टेप ले रही हूँ,
Hello, everyone. It is so wonderful to see so many faces that I have not seen in a long time. As I sat down to write something to say for this evening, I think my heart may have actually stopped for a moment, or at least that is how it felt. It always feels that way when I think of Sid, and I just actually still can't believe she is gone. Mike, Lucas, and I are forever grateful to all of you for the love and support you continue to provide for us. Your generosity to Girl Rising fills my heart. And as Mike said earlier, it helps to keep us focused on our mission to ensure that we continue to see Sid's full potential is realized. The past year and a half have been difficult for everybody. But as I have come to realize, difficulty is a relative term. The difficulties around the world due to COVID-19 are extreme. Recently, the New York Times reported that due to the pandemic, over 13 million girls will be subjected to child marriage in the next 10 years. Yes, 13 million girls. The article also told the horrific story of one young Kenyan girl, Jacinta. Here's an excerpt from the article. Selected by her family to marry an older man she'd never met, 10-year-old Jacinta was taken from her bed in Samburu County early one morning in August and doused in a mixture of milk and water before being painted from head to toe in red ochre. The traditional preparations for a genital cutting ceremony, a near compulsory procedure for Samburu girls on the cusp of marriage. It is unbelievable that this is still happening in 2021. This is one of the many reasons why Girl Rising's work to keep girls in school is so imperative. We know that when girls are in school, they are safer in every way. I often think about how much I did for Sydney and how much I did with Sydney. When Sydney was 5 and it became clear that her learning differences required special attention, I was so lucky to have the opportunity to stop working, and being a mom became my full-time job. I feel so truly blessed to have had those special years with her. And I would not change a moment of that time. I say this because I think about all of these girls and how they are given away as children at the age where, as a mother, all I wanted to do was protect Sydney against anything or anyone that could hurt her. At the end, I was not able to protect Sid, And that is an impossible feeling that I think about every day. My heart breaks for all of the mothers and fathers who can no longer protect their daughters. We can all help. Sid's passion, our work, and your generosity will help to keep girls safe, educate girls so they can be leaders in their communities, ensure that generations to come are educated and have the opportunity to leave poverty behind. The reasons are truly endless, so we will continue our mission. If you have already donated, thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you have not, please go to the Girl Rising Sydney Tedone Memorial Fund. I would like to thank Christina, Virginia, and her amazing team for all of the work that you did for this evening and all the work that you do throughout the year. Once again, thank you for being with us. Thank you for your love. We are forever grateful. Good night. And if you want to stay on and say hello, we're going to hang out. If you have to go, we totally understand. Sending big hugs to all of you. Good night. Thank you.